Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, I wasn't going to come on here this morning. I really wasn't. Y'all know, y'all. First of all, it's your girl Mahogany Roots, and I'm back at you again with another video. Y'all know who've been following me know I hate coming on live behind the black screen. I actually like to present myself and come on camera, just so you guys, for the new people and stuff, so you guys get to know me personally. I don't really if some I like to come on camera. That's just me. So you guys, I like to see who I'm talking to, right? um so first of all, if you guys have not seen the one-on-one with Sweet Melanie Speaks on this channel, or the one-on-one that I did on her channel, you need to check that out. But um this is actually going to be not a rebuttal, but there was a young gentleman that I met. Well, I'm assuming he's young. I don't know how old he is. um so There was a man that I met over there named Marty. I don't know his full name, but my name came up this morning in his feed, so he's going to go live about me. I'm so interested to watch this. I just am on the edge of my seat. Family, please hit the like as you come in. I'm not looking at you all because y'all know I get distracted easy, but thank you. So I did look through the chat, and he did say he was going to check out, he did tell me he was going to check out the channel, and he did tell me that he might do a reboot or whatever of our interview. And that's completely fine with me. Um, yeah, you guys know I don't mind. But I wanted to just come up here. Hey, Chef, how you doing, sweetheart? Good morning. My second favorite chef, okay? um, Yeah, so I wanted to actually get up here and just talk about a few things that was on my mind. Well, now I'll do that from time to time, but normally y'all know I like to come on camera. So maybe later, I don't know. It depends on how much time I have. I've got to catch up with a lot of work. I've still got videos to edit. I've still, y'all know next year is the meet and greet. If you don't know, honey, next year it'll be after June because y'all know I participate in Juneteenth. I do crafts in art, and so I will be very, very busy before June and much through June. So, and I even travel. So, whenever the meet and greet happens, it'll be after June. So, y'all get ready to travel to the Kakalakis, honey. Um, I'll let you guys know a little bit more about that as we go on. But let's get back to this. Oh, hey, we unlock. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you and Chef. Hey, Aunt James, how y'all doing? Let me see. I don't. We unlock. I think this might be your first. It might not be your first time here, but I don't know if I've given you a ranch. Just give me time, and I will. I have to go back and forth. On my laptop, I really can't see whether you guys are blue or not. I can't see a thing. Far as wrenches and stuff like that. Hey, sweet Melody, it's good to see you. Girl, your friend Marty is doing a video on us. I cannot wait to see it. But I decided to do a live. That's my girl. And she should have a wrench. But I'll correct anything after this live. This is very random, y'all. But I realized basically that a lot of people just don't know me. They just don't, they haven't been watching long enough. And I know that. And that's why, even though I'm kind of the type of person I like to put out new content, different, fresh stuff. I even in my real life, I don't like to repeat things. But that's the thing about YouTube. When you are on YouTube, you're constantly getting new people through. You're constantly, even if you don't get new subscribers, you get new views, right? And you're constantly getting new people viewing you. So you might have to make your opinions clear to people. Okay. So I just thought I'd kind of give some of you a history about me and just kind of let you know how I feel about certain talking points. Because I've never, one thing, people tried it with me. They, they tried to say that I said things that I have never said a day in my life. And that's the thing. You've got to go through the videos. They try to say I've said things that I've never said because they don't listen. And I'm going to be honest. Shout out to that brother. I don't know him, but it was very clear that he wasn't listening or he wasn't hearing. But he did what a lot of people do. It's happened to me before. A lot of people associate you with just a talking point because of they just assume you're a black woman. They just assume certain things about you. They don't know you from Adam. They just assume. For instance, when I first came on here, I was told I was a single mother and on welfare. That I was. I hate saying this word, but a ghetto gagger, and I had a $5 net worth, and I was told some of the most crazy stuff ever. Right? People trolling me. And now, it's like water off a duck's back. I could care less, because I know that they haven't seen the content. And you want to know what's even funnier? As much as I come on camera, I've even had people tell me I'm fat and overweight, and that I need to take the weave out of my hair. A lot of people think this is weave. This is not a weave. I've had these dreads for 11 years, going on 12 years. Now, when I started my locks, my hair was very short. I'd say a half an inch because I cut all my perm out. But yeah, I've had people tell me take the weave out because they won't take the time to go through the videos. And I've done videos literally showing like rooting my hair, twisting my hair, washing my hair, but they won't take the time to research. They'll just say things. So I'm very curious, Melody, to see what the gentleman has to say. I'm going to laugh my behind off, especially when. But this is the thing, you guys. YouTube is a free space, right? You can do content, but you got to be prepared for somebody to rebuke it. So I'm just very curious because you guys who've been following me know I've never said anything that I'm ashamed of. I have never. So this gentleman hopped up there and said that I said that black men need to repair the community. I've never said that black men need to repair the community. I've said that black people need to repair the community. But this is this selective. A lot of people have they have preconceived notions, and they have selective hearing, very selective hearing. And I've noticed that through the years. And then some people just flat out lie on you. I was on, shout out to a Mary Brown. I was on a Mary Brown's panel a long time ago, a few months ago. And a man hopped up there and said, "Aren't you the mahogany that was talking bad about light skinned women?" And all I could do is laugh. I've never said Lord have mercy. I've never said a bad thing about light skinned women. I defend dark skinned women, but I've never said a bad thing about light skinned women. You know why? Because I have family members because my mother is a lighter complexion woman. But see, these people, they just have their own narratives and they put it on you without doing any research. And he was like, yeah, it was you, 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 you, you. And I'm like, okay, find the clip. They can't find the clip. They just say things and they can't find the clip. A real good content creator does their research. A real good content creator will do their research about people. Hey, information man, it's good to see you. I did go back and watch your show, and I hope I say her name, Shanquella. I did. It was a very good show. Y'all laughing at me? Let me see what Sweet Melody's fit. Let me see. Say, yeah, me too. We should make a stream together. Oh yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun, y'all. I was attacked so bad when I first came. Yeah, see there. And you know what it is too. I don't know if you're still there, sweetie. And I'm gonna read you guys' comments, but you know what it is. Also, and I still do panels, but I'm selective. I pretty much hop on panels on people I know. Um, you get some. I mean, panels are fun. They are fun, but unfortunately, people won't take the time to actually listen what you have to say. They'll just associate you with whatever is going on the panel, and if the panel is kind of, you know, or the space that you're in is kind of, because I've been on a lot of different. I actually like to debate, so I've gone in areas where I'm outnumbered. Sometimes I like to do it for fun, but the problem with that is people won't take the time to listen what you have to say. They'll just say, "Oh, I saw you on that person's panel, and this is how you feel," instead of actually listening. Or sometimes you might be in a thought, and your thought gets cut off, and they just assume that you are in agreement, right? So that's what happens a lot. But let me go back and look at you guys. See, I get so distracted, y'all. That's why sometimes I love y'all, but sometimes I have to wait to look at y'all. Let's see. Oh, he said, can't believe those dudes, such anti-black women. Well, yeah, some of them are. You definitely gotta know the environment. Says, I mean, if they have to date. And the thing is, nobody's telling them they can't date who they want to date. They can date whoever they want to date. Hey, V Dub. Oh, good, good. Drive safe, sweetheart. Drive safe. Good. I'm glad you're listening. Okay, so let me talk about a few things. And I am eventually. I know you're like, when's she gonna open up the panel? She always says she's gonna open up the panel. I will. The reason I'm not going to do it now is because which is a good thing. But when I open up the panel, sometimes the conversations get more longer than I expect. And I actually have to leave the house this morning. I have to take my son somewhere. I got to pay a couple bills, a little bit of running around. Next week, since you guys are here, next week I will be going back to work full time. You guys might not, and y'all know how that is. So I'm going to try, but I can't promise y'all nothing. But I'm going to try and keep my word and do at least one live a week. And then it's mostly going to be uploading shorts. Um, YouTube is doing some weird stuff with the shorts, so you might actually have to go to your people's page and look at shorts. They don't always come up in the feed. They don't always come up in your notifications. I don't know why. I've noticed that, but I will be uploading at least a few shorts a week, one live a week. Okay, that's my goal. Uh, but when y'all know how it is when you start working full time, it's kind of hard to do videos. But I'm gonna try. So next week you might not see me as much. So I'm getting it in, honey. But let's talk. Hey, fasting. Hey, Juju. Um, oh Lord, what did I just push? Hold on one second. I don't want to. Um, fasting. Fasting is funny. Let me see. That they are straight. Oh, that's how you feel. You know what? When we have our open panel, anybody, as it's called, the open panel, anybody can join and give their opinions. Now, let me just make a few statements here about me. So, I'm just going to lay it all out on the table. I don't even know where to start. I'm 43 years old. I'm I'm just going to give a straight bio. Let's see. I came on this channel. I started my YouTube channel. It was recommended probably not even it was probably a few months after my brother passed away. And I can show you guys videos of this. But that's when I started my YouTube channel. It was recommended that me and my son find some therapy by the therapist, find a way to kind of express ourselves. And it would be a good way for my son to express himself, right? Because he's a lot better now. But when we first had him kind of diagnosed with autism, he was extremely shy. He's still extremely shy. I'm extremely shy. So they said, maybe do a page. And y'all don't know this, but we did a lot of uploads privately, just getting him used to talking, us used to talking about my brother, about the family. And then finally, we started uploading things publicly, just us doing silly things, going to the gym, cooking, and whatnot. Anyway, it graduated. I started to like the uploads. And then I asked him if he wanted to participate. And he was like, sure. But he never really wanted to. But he does participate a lot behind the scenes. A lot of the music, believe it or not, it might be music that he chose. A lot of some of the thumbnails, some of the topics, some of the, when I talked about my grandmother passing, we went through and we picked out songs, that we were familiar with from the church. So he's very much involved in the channel. Although there's certain things that, he's not watching me when I'm up here cursing and fussing. My mom watches, but she's not watching those lives. That's not, my family is pretty conservative. They're not really into all that. Okay. And they don't like to see me in that headspace. Okay, so we started the channel after my brother died, right? I told you guys there was a lawsuit down here for 2 years with the police department because uh, we be- we believe his case is unsolved as far as we're concerned. The police department is saying it's a suicide case. We don't believe that. So my ultimate goal is next year is to have his story finished, to have that documentary finished, and to put it out there by next year. And we're still working on that. Okay, let's go back. So what else have I talked about on this channel? But I started out watching a lot of conscious community stuff, watching a lot of I won't say religious, but different Hebrew Israelite channels, Christian channels, and then I gradually started just surfing the internet, and I found the Manosphere. And one of the first people I found was, well, there's lots of different ones that I saw, but y'all know I'm a cloud watcher, so I really never dropped out of the clouds for a long time. But one of the first ones I found was O'Shea Duke Jackson, and I thought he was funny. See, a lot of new people really don't know about the old O'Shea. Just very funny guy. And even up to his rumbles, what I liked about the rumbles was the opposite, that people could debate each other. It was like a debate. It was like a ghetto debate, right? I've even tried to mimic it here on my channel. I did it one time and it got really, really crazy. And I'm like, oh, I bit off more than I can chew. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. It's definitely a lot. It's a lot harder than you think. I think there's a show kind of like that. The Fight Club kind of reminds me of that, where people are debating, sort of, kind of, So anyway, that's how I found the space, and I just surfed and surfed and surfed, and then eventually I reached out and got a few interviews from some of those men. And I started talking about some of the talking points. Now, there's lots of talking points. Um, Me personally, I don't really live by talking points. I just live by experience. Um, so a little bit more about me is I got married really young. I got married at 20, literally after, being with my husband maybe 3 months, we decided to get married. Had my son a year later. Stayed in that marriage for about 10 years. Eventually went into the military, stayed in the military for 10 years. Um, well, 4 years active, then I did the rest at reservists, but still 10 years total. Got into a little bit of a physical accident, right? Hurt myself pretty bad, so I decided to leave because just everyday things were becoming painful, right? Um, I've always been in the medical dental field, always, my whole career. 10 years, mostly pediatrics, right? Then I went back to school as an adult and I started doing dental hygiene. Then I went back to school to get more training, right? And all of this stuff is here on the channel. There might be some I've been having to go back and unhide when I shut my channel down that one time, you guys. A lot of my stuff was permanently hid, and I literally have to type in the title to find it, to unhide it. But most of the videos are still here. You might have to look under playlists. But I've always been very open and very candid with you guys about everything. I'm a very honest. That was the purpose of the channel. The purpose of the channel was to not just educate, but it was like therapy. This channel is my therapy. And I want it to be therapy for other people. So I'm going to be honest. You can't have true therapy if you're not being honest with yourself and other people. Which is why I respect Sweet Melanie Speak. She devoted a lot of stuff to y'all that she didn't have to. But anyway, let's get to the point. And give me a second. I'll look at you guys in a second. So what else? So yeah, you guys know about my background. But as far as the dentistry, when I say I've been in dentistry for over 20 years total, half of it as an assistant, half of it as a hygienist, half of it as even partially teaching. And I have videos of all this. Um, And as I get older, I'm thinking about switching that career. There's so many things you could do in dentistry. You guys just don't even know. I mean, there's research, there's um like I said, the teaching part. You can actually become an instructor at a college. Um so I'm not going to tell you guys everything, but there's lots. And as a military veteran, I can travel. I can go overseas and do my job overseas for soldiers. So there's a vast opportunity in my field. So what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, yeah, I mean, I have literally told y'all everything. I do, I guess, a small entrepreneur. I've had my business for a few years. Um, Sell a lot of different things. I sell candles and soaps and t-shirts. And like I said, the next thing on my list is to finish this documentary about my brother's story, and to get the book officially done and out to you guys by next year. That's my goal. And I want you guys to use YouTube in a positive way. That's always been my thing with y'all. Use YouTube in a positive way, because it can be a very good thing, um, for business, for whatever you're trying to do. Therapy, you're trying to get a message out, you're trying to help folks. It can be. It takes patience and it takes time, and it has a lot of ups and downs. You'll go through things sometimes, but keep on going, stay focused, okay? So, what else have I told you guys? I mean, I've literally shared everything, um, everything that I could think of with you guys. So, I've always been an open book. Oh Lord, I'm not looking at you guys. Give me a second. I want to talk a little bit more. So let's talk about the talking points on where mahogany roots stand. Well, um, I'm gonna be honest. I stand in the middle on almost most things. That's the thing, and it's not riding the fence. A lot of people think that that's what it is. It's not. It's because I generally do not believe that you can uplift a people by only uplifting one gender of a people. I believe that very thought is an oxymoron. That's my honest opinion. It's like, for instance, let's say we go to help the Native American people, right? But we literally only help the men. We don't teach the women jack squat. We don't teach the children jack squat. We only help the men. Are we really helping them as a people? The only way is if somebody ultimately goes back, one of the men goes back and teach the whole community. So ultimately, it's still the same thing. Somebody has to go back and share the information with everyone. So that's really how I feel about a lot of subjects. I don't think the community is in shreds because of women. No, I don't think that. I don't. Um, I don't think it's in shreds because of men. I think our people have a. I think that we're both damaged, and people have gotten mad at me for saying that, but it's the truth. But there's other things that I think that play a role too. I think that you have, from what I see, and even the generation before me, I see a lot of Black folks doing a lot of good things, moving up in the world. This neighborhood, I've shown you guys where I live. This neighborhood is a pretty decent neighborhood, right? I won't, middle class folks. But this neighborhood is like 75, 80% African American. My neighbor across the way is a registered nurse. Both of them. I have one that's behind me that's a registered nurse, one that's across the street from me that's a registered nurse. Her husband he has his own business. He's a construction worker, but he has his own business. Not construction. He does, I forgot what you call it, but like he helps repair roofs, fences, because we were actually going to do some business together and have him work on my fence. So yeah, you have successful, and we've been having successful Blacks in our community for years, but guess what? Nobody talks about it. We only talk about the downtrodden. We only talk about the worst of each other. Have y'all noticed that? We only talk about um, a certain group of women and a certain group of men, and then say this is why the Black community is in horrors. Um, you know, and that might be true, but my thing is, I refuse to complain about something that I've had no part in helping. And the thing is, I have had a part in helping, and I can show you some stuff today, but I don't have time. But if you've been watching me, I've shared a lot. My son has been a part of a community center since, oh God, since he was 5 years old. He grew up and now he's 22. And a lot of community programs, once the kids are 18, they have to kind of be booted out, or they could come back and work for the community center. So, I mean, he's literally grown up in that community center. And I've shown you this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you again. I've got more people in the building, so hey, let's troll. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you all. All right, so I'll share real quick. I just want to make sure I talk. Let me just get some of these points out, and then I'm gonna share you a quick video of some of the kids at the community center. And they have everything now. They have boxing, they have swimming. They even have a senior citizen area, which I hope to be volunteering with. No, I will not be the student. I will be the instructor, but I will be teaching senior citizens light workout to do light stretches and things like that. But people need to check out their local community centers. They have karate. They have yoga. This community center is freaking amazing. They even have a movie theater. They have a daycare for mothers, and it's some of the programs are free, and some of them you might have to pay, but it's like little to nothing. I think the daycare center, I think literally, and they learn, they read, they write, the kids learn, they paint. I think like my son's karate class was literally $30 a month. When he was in regular karate, we was paying probably close to $200 a month versus $30 a month. And the people are just as qualified. In order to teach there, you have to have some type of certificate. You have to have the guy who taught karate he was a retired black belt, retired police officer. So the people are qualified. But one thing I noticed about Black people, I'm going to be honest, we'd rather complain about things instead of actually be a part of the solution. Check out your local community centers. Where are they? I'm going to be honest. You have to find them a lot of times through the inner city. So you have to be willing to go down to the poorest areas. You can find out a lot of these programs from your schools, right? Go to the schools, not the rich schools, but the schools that are struggling, and say, hey, where's you guys' community center? And trust me, they'll know. They will know, because a lot of those students get sent over there to keep them focused on school so they don't drop out, so they can have a positive place to go to. So, okay, I'll show you a quick, hey, Toya, it's good to see you. Good morning. Let me, before I share some of this stuff, and some of y'all, like I said, you've been following me a long time. Oh, Sister George, I did see your live stream. It was a great live stream. And I love what you and Concrete are doing as far as, y'all are beautiful. Continue. I hope when we do our one-on-one that y'all come over. Sorry, y'all. I'm still like trying to rush and get ready and do all this stuff. Will y'all get mad if I don't read all y'all comments? Because y'all got a lot of comments. Hey, Tree Chocolate City. Let me show y'all some of the pictures so we can get off of here. Okay, hold on. Let me find the videos. Do, 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 do. I really have to surf now. Okay, I'm going to show you a few things. Here, I'll show you this right here. Well, let me show you this one. Hold on, y'all. So this right here was last year when we did the autism event. Um, we're going to do it every year. My friend actually started this nonprofit group, her and her son named Moshe. Um, and she invited me, and I was able to bring some of my candles and products. We will be doing it again. Prayerfully this year, the brother BMT did stop by, but this year I'm hoping he can be a part of it. And like I said, I'll be continuing to do things and continuing to invite you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can find this thing here. So I can't see what the hell. Okay, so I guess in the middle is my good friend. She is a realtor, and she is her son Moshe. They started the autism program. So on the right, the young lady holding that actually is a candle. They're all holding my candles. That is a margarita candle. But she's a jazz singer. She has a beautiful voice, and she's a performer. And then let me see if I can, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, she's a jazz singer. This is my friend. She's a realtor and a businesswoman, a restaurant owner, you name her. She does it all. She has a green screen room down here. So she can produce quality podcasts. This lady right here is an artist. She's the one who put together the sip and paint for autism. So that's me working with some women that I absolutely adore. But this lady right here, she is like a sister to me. Okay. Alrighty. So hold on. Let me find some more pictures for you all. Y'all just be patient with me. Take me some time. I need to go and find this stuff here. I can't let y'all see everything, okay? I ain't gonna say, but you know, your girl got a little bit of. No, let me shut up for y'all be over here talking about me like, oh, she freaky. Um, don't act like y'all ain't got some pictures that y'all don't want nobody to see now. Hold on, let me find a little something. That's us working out, child, but I look a mess in that one, so I'm not sure y'all be talking about me. I've already shared some with Sweet Melody, so I'll save that one. I might save that another time. Here, this is on my Instagram, but if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'll share this one with you. Let's share this one here. What is going on with my computer? Lord have mercy. Why is it doing this nonsense? Where's the picture? Uh-oh. Okay, there it is. So as you can see, this is my girlfriend's green studio. And I ain't gonna tell you, but we plan on doing some work in that studio. It's a professional green room studio. So we will be maybe doing some roundtable discussions in there quite soon. Once it's almost complete. So once it's complete, we will be doing some work. Okay, let me show you some more things. Hold on. Let's see what we can find. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this one. This is a professional. So what I love about the community center, and they have a brand new building, y'all. I'm just gonna keep on sharing. Just be patient with me because it takes me a while to find. When I tell y'all, I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos to go through. I've got hundreds of videos to go through. But this right here. So what they did Some of the kids were allowed to participate, the more advanced ones, but this was a amateur boxing, but some of it was, even though they're amateur, they're still professional, if that makes sense. Like they're still highly trained, right? And that was to motivate like the younger students, like, hey, you can really go somewhere with this. You can really use this in your life. So let me find. I actually have not watched this video. This is one of the ones I have not watched. So prayerfully, I don't look crazy on this video. I don't think I'm on this one. Okay, let me play it. All right, all programs at the community center. Oh, hold on, let me stop. It's still going. Okay, so all these are programs at the community center. And some would say, well, oh, that's violent. Because I had people ask me, well, why would you want to put your son in a violent program? Let me just say this. And this is something that women don't understand about sports. Or women who've never played sports or been a part of any type of team sport or anything like that. Because I was a little bit worried. But I mean, I've been in sports my whole life, so I kind of got an understanding, but I've never wrestled or boxed or anything. But one thing that his coach told me is, and it's the truth, these programs teach young boys and girls, because there is a girl program also, which is what I love about that community center. These programs teach children discipline. And what you see a lot on YouTube is a lot of adults that have never had discipline. They don't have a discipline enough to let one person talk at a time. They don't have a discipline enough to hear somebody through, even though it's something they don't want to hear. There's a lack of discipline. Yes, the military teaches you this, but you can learn this in a lot of ways. And one of those ways is sports. Guess what happens when those kids show up to class late? They have to do push-ups, but they have to run. They have to run a quarter of a mile for every minute that they're late. So guess what doesn't happen? They're not late. That's called discipline. So these programs are very good. There's a reason why children who go to these programs end up succeeding in school and end up going to college, because these programs are important for boys and girls. So one of the things that you've never heard me say is that men don't help out in the community. I've actually always said that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. And you know how I know? Because me being a volunteer at the community for years, guess who most of the teachers are? They're men. My son's boxing coach was a man. My son's karate teacher wasn't, well, he had a man and a woman for that. But there's a lot of men that are at these community centers helping these kids and helping these single mothers. But that will never come to these spaces. And those people will never get their props, if you will. But see, I'm there, so I know that they're there. I know that they exist, and they get every prop in the world from me. They get every prop in the world from me. And all the parents, trust me, we're so grateful that they're there for our kids. Now, some will say, oh, well, why should we do this? Why should we clean up somebody else's mess? You want to know why? Because if we don't help each other, let's just say, my son didn't have to go to the community center. We could have afforded, like I said, we had him in a regular karate class. We could have continued to pay somebody else's community $200 something a month. But guess what? The children, if that community center was not there, those kids, God knows what had happened to them. And they probably would have ended up not finishing school, probably eventually being on the streets. And so guess what would have happened? My child and those children would meet each other. But because maybe they were never taught discipline, or they were never taught, um, you have talent, you are loved, you have something to give back, right? They're running around with low self-esteem. There's a good chance that that child that never had the opportunity to learn anything about himself in the community center could very much grow up and harm my child. And that's what I didn't want. That's what we as a people don't want, right? We want to we want to pull our community up. We want the best for our children. And when I say our children, I'm talking about us as a whole, don't we? I thought that's what we all wanted. I just can't imagine saying I want the best for my child and only my child. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about V-Dub's child. I don't care about Sister George's child. I don't care about Trey's child. I don't care about that's nonsense. We all want the best for each other's children. So I'm gonna show you a few more videos. I'm being long-winded here. I'm gonna show you a couple more videos because there's one. So that's at the professional game. I wanted to show you the girls. So they have a girls basketball team, and let me tell you, Shorty is like 11 years old, schooling these dudes. Schooling these dudes. She's tall, she's slender, she's got speed, she's accurate, honey. This little girl, woo! Let me see if I can find her. And she's been in the community center for years. Oh, damn, my computer's acting up. Why does it do this? Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me lay it down flat on. Oh, Lord. I might have to stop because it's acting a fool. Hold on. Hold on, bear with me. Let me see if I can. I had to refresh it. I just want to show you a few more things, y'all. Just a few more. More community center kids. Mm. Let me see if this is one. Did it get any of that? Did it get any of that? Did it get any of that? Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, hold on, y'all. So this is the fitness. Here. Let me show you this real quick since it popped up first. So this is the the fitness program that they have there for adults. Very good program, and they have very good equipment, and the teachers there are very qualified. So here's just a quick little clip, I guess, so you guys can see. It's really a short clip. They have like the boxing and stuff on the inside. Now, let me see what else I can find for you guys. Oh, Lord. Damn it. Okay, my computer is freezing. The pictures are freezing. I'm refreshing it one last time. I'm gonna share this one last thing with you, and then I'm gonna look at you guys in the chat, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. Okay? Let me try this one video here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me at least show you this little girl. I think this is the video of this little girl playing basketball. I think this is her. It's hard to tell. Hold on. Okay. Let me go back to you. Last video. Okay. Then we're going to end it. Video. Oh, wait a minute. This is her right here. This little girl. This little girl here. She's like 11 years old. But she was doing her thing on the court. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back to y'all. All right. So yeah, my thing is, this is my challenge. I'm going to challenge. Not that they care, but I'm going to challenge some of the men in the space that might watch this or that might see this. Ask yourself, what can I do to help the next? My thing is, with me, is, like I said, I don't complain about things that I'm not willing to participate in. And my son's autism actually taught me that. I didn't want my son to be a victim. I didn't want to be a victim, like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. What are we going to do? Like, no, man. No, absolutely not. You have gifts. Like I told my son, I said, you have gifts. You are special. You are extremely smart. And you might struggle with things, but we all struggle with things. So we started our little candle business, and a certain percentage of that I donate to a foundation. And that's another thing. There's lots of foundations, y'all. It's not hard to find one. If you're interested, my interest is autistic families, period. And now that I have an adult, it's kind of moved from just autistic children to now just autistic families and just people with autism and understanding that whole thing. But you might be interested in breast cancer. You might be interested in heart disease. Literally, all you have to do is Google these foundations and donate whatever you want to donate. You don't have to donate monthly. We participate in it's called SPCA down here, and it's basically adopting pets, right? My dog is an adopted dog, and every year I donate money to that cause, right? It helps keep a dog alive. It helps pay for surgeries. If they have heartworm, it helps in whatever way. It helps the shelter provide food and whatnot. So my challenge to these men is, what are you going to do besides talk? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for another man? If you're truly pro-man, what are you going to do for another black man? Because I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to try not to go on a tirade, but even some of the talking points, at the end of the day, you're still, to me, disrespecting another black man, and I'll tell you how. Because when you get up and say, well, these hoes, blah, 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 pump and dump, and all these things that are being said, right? Start a chick, da, 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 da. Well, guess what? That person is somebody's daughter. That might be your brother's daughter. So this toxicity that is being spewed is actually going around in a cycle. In a cycle. You're creating the women that you're complaining about. Because when you mistreat, if you are that type, I'm not saying that you all are, that's not what I'm saying. But if you're okay, when you say pump and dump, I'll just use that as an example. You are mistreating someone's daughter. And when you mistreat people, they go back into the world and they put it back out there onto another person. So you're making life that much harder for the next man, right? That has to deal with her, or that has to deal with her daughter. You're perpetuating the same things that you are complaining about. My challenge to you is, what are you going to do to help the next man? But the thing of it is, what some of you haven't figured out is you can't help the next man by tearing down the women around him. You can't do it. You just can't. As far as the women that do that, it's the same thing. What are you doing to help women? What are you truly doing to help women? I don't need to harp on it, but like I said, some of the same women that are uh, bashing men, right, as a whole, child, honey, you better not leave your man around them. You better not leave your man around them. That's all I know. But they dislike men so much. No, they dislike you. They don't like women. And some of these men that give men bad advice, they really don't like men. That's what it boils down to. What are you doing to help them? That's really all I have. I've missed a lot of your comments, and it's I'm gonna start from the bottom. We'll do a quick roll call as much as I can, and we'll get out of here. Let me see. Tell your stories in North Carolina, both sides. My family's okay. Yeah. Happy Thursday, sweetie. I'm probably really, really behind, so I'm not even gonna bother to read all of these because evil sells. You're right about that, sweetie. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if I get time, I'll try and come back on live stream today on camera. If I don't, just, I'll see you guys soon on these YouTube streets. But yes, Melody, I'm looking forward to what your friend Marty has to say. Now just so you guys know, like I said, go check out that interview. It's over on Sweet Melody Speaks channel. Okay, go over there, support the sister. Make sure you hit that like. Don't be a hater. Some people are haters, honey. And let me tell you, even videos that I disagree with, I always hit the like, and I can prove that to y'all. I always hit the like, even the ones I disagree with, right? So go over there and support. But he tried to say that I said black men should clean up the community. I've never said that ever since I've been on here because I don't believe that. I think it's black men and women that should work together. He tried to say that I'm kind of, I'm not against. Listen, I look a damn fool being the person that I am, hollering at somebody for being out of shape or being overweight when I know the circumstances that caused that. Last year, you guys, I gained 20 pounds after my car accident because of the medications I was on. I was on steroids. What do steroids do? They make you gain weight. When you're immobile, right, for months, you can't exercise. Guess what happens? You gain weight. So I would be a complete hypocrite up here fussing at somebody that has weight issues. And the fact is, if a person's plus size, I don't know what's caused their weight issues. But at the same time, I've never got up here and said it's okay to be clinically obese and unhealthy because that's not okay, right? Because I actually care about people. But people, like I said, people with selective hearing will hear one thing and pick that away and say, "Oh, you said this." No, I never said that. So it'll be very interesting, y'all, to see what he has to say. Peace. I'll see you guys soon on these YouTube streets, honey.